Welcome in. Peace in the meadow. Today we are going to be talking about the ego and intuition. This is the 9th installment of our alignment series. Dang, that's all I need is to lose my voice. Howdy. Come on in, come on up. I actually need somebody up in my box, Britta, so that way I can share it to my text messages. If you don't mind. I'm coming. Okay. Yes. Will you come up and in the box just to hold space until I can get it, till I can get everybody in here and get it shared out? Maybe. Come on in and come on up. We're just getting started. I know I look silly whenever I'm doing this. Hey, Pathways. We're doing an awesome live tonight. This is the 9th installment of our alignment series. I'm still sharing. That's why I have this weird look on my face. Because I can't see. Anyway, this is the 9th installment of our alignment series, and we are talking about the ego and intuition today. And I have got some material that is going to blow y'all's minds. It is a long time. I only get to go live on Tuesdays because I have a job now, so so that's why nobody ever sees me anymore, because I'm never on here because I'm at work all the time. It sucks, but it is what it is. At least my bills are getting paid, I guess. Hey, River, how you doing, babe? I'm still sharing it out, so oops, shit. I'm struggling to share it out. The struggle is real. Okay. And there's Jay. Okay. All right. And then I got it. Bills are important. Yeah. Could somebody please come up into the box and hold the space so that I can share it on my text messages? Because otherwise it'll shut the live down and I have to start all over. And I have some amazing amazing information for you guys tonight. Oh, cool. Both of you. Come on up. Brenda, why aren't you coming? Huh? Why aren't you coming, Brenda? What's
Hi
your
there.
problem?
You
I
got two
ended
of
up
us
on
now.
Pathways is way up there, and I'm way down here. That's
It's,
One of
I
you know
guess, the box you
that
touched.
that's because
River.
she works on herself harder than I work on myself probably.
Oh, don't even give me that shit. I was just going to say one of us is at the front of the bus, one of us is at the back of the bus. It's both
Yeah,
on the bus.
I'm on the short bus.
It,
You're the
Dude,
driver.
if you say something negative about yourself one more time, I'm going to energetically throat punch you.
Okay.
Nuh-uh, we're not doing that
I'm
tonight.
I'm just
seconded,
playing.
River. Seconded.
I'm just playing, y'all.
Okay. All right. Well,
Paul was just
you
saying.
guys keep up.
Paul was Paul was just telling me that
You guys keep.
what go ahead. I'll tell her. You can
Hey,
do
Willow.
your thing.
Y'all keep the conversation going. Yeah, y'all keep the conversation going where I can share this out on my text messages. It's gonna teacup me for a minute. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Handle it.
Pathways.
Yo.
Paul and I just had the conversation shortly
Uh-oh.
ago about about some things. And, he said, something I really like about you is you never talk, that I don't talk down to people about something I know about that they don't, or etc. And I thought, he said, you treat people as equals. And I said, well, we are. And I said, I don't treat rich people any differently than I treat homeless people because there is the only difference. I mean, the really rich guy more than likely had it handed down to him. Nobody becomes a billionaire on their own, and we all know that, and so, lucky or unlucky, I don't think most billionaires are having as much fun as it might seem they should be, but you know what I mean? Anyway, that
Yeah,
that
no, I
was
get it.
all. I don't think I'm worse than anybody else, really.
No.
I think some people work harder on some things than I do because that's where I'm at right now. I don't have the emotional, physical, or spiritual bandwidth to do everything I need to do right now, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I am probably okay. And I am a lot nicer to myself than I used to be. I've really gotten better. You know, my humor has always kind of been self-deprecating humor, but I guess so. I'm better than anybody else, so
Yeah, but no,
I'm better than anybody else. So,
yeah, but none of us think we're better. Well, I would say most of us don't think we're better than other people, right? But that doesn't mean we also, get to put ourselves down.
or tell people that I'm not better than you. Well, no, I mean I say that all the time, but okay. I get what you're saying, and I have really made an effort, and I have made some changes, especially around some people.
Okay, I will get off your case now. Mama's out.
I
Mama's
don't
done.
mean and I wasn't meaning you either. So it's okay. I'm avoiding those people anyway.
Well, let's be honest. Having me go at you is much better than Meadow, because at least I'm being nice.
Oh, she's not. Meadows
I just
never
no, no. I
been.
don't mean that in the wrong way, Meadow. You're just. I have mellowed a little bit. I have
I'm
mellowed.
blunt.
That's what
I'm
I meant.
blunt.
I
Well,
used to be blunt.
I'm
I
still
can be
nice, but
I can be blunt, but usually I try to be careful unless I'm really pissed off. And I'm a Taurus, and before I get really pissed off, there's been a lot of warnings. So,
I totally understand that, River, because I'm a Sag. And so the one thing that scares me more than anything is losing my temper.
mm,
And truly, I don't like that person because she will go for the jugular and she won't
oh
care
yeah.
what she rips apart. The truth will come
Well,
out, shit will be spoken, and
yeah,
people will not be okay, probably including myself. So I hide
yeah.
that side of me.
I would lose friends. They would go, I didn't know you could be mean. And it was like, you fuck with me enough and I can sharpen these horns. But I'm not a mean person, so it doesn't happen easily. When I quit smoking, that was when I warned my children, I warned my husband, if y'all want me to quit and stay quit, y'all have to be really nice to me right now. And I would lock myself in the bathroom and just sob in the bathtub and stuff. But one time, I don't know what they were probably bickering because that would send me through the roof faster than anything. The bicker, 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 and not stop. And I had a brand new monster tub of mayonnaise, and it was plastic, luckily. And Sassafras was standing in front of a chair we had, and I saw it in slow motion. I had this full tub of brand new mayonnaise. I lifted it up with both hands above my head, and with all my strength, I threw it down on the floor as hard as I could, and it exploded everywhere. And
I bet that was
my
gross.
sassafras froze. She was like, "Oh fuck, what's happened to mom?"
Oh, did you
She
just
froze. She was a berm, and there was like a shadow of sassafras across the back of the chair. And my
That's
kids
funny.
cleaned it all up,
Hey, Gemma.
gave Sassafras a bath, and I
Tanya.
went and got in the bathtub and had a good cry, and everything was all over. And I'm done. I'll
I
be
got two
quiet
mods
now.
in here now. Okay. Hi, Tanya. So today we're gonna have a really awesome episode, and it's class time. But I want to say hi to everybody first before I get into welcome in Gemma. Before I get into the material, I am going to stop at each section and open up the panel for anybody that wants to ask questions, tell stories, or has Hey, Dawn has things to add to the conversation. But right now, let's go ahead and start with hellos. If anybody else wants to join the panel, you're welcome to. When we do get a full room and somewhere in the material, I have some things that I want to bring to the family and ask if and ask about, because like as y'all see, I'm not having an opening song today. That's one of them. But we'll get into that. Hi, Tweety. How you doing? She says, how'd I get up here? You're up here already. So's Gemma. I do want to remind everybody of the rules. And Tweety's like, no, just hold space until somebody else comes. Will you? You don't have to say nothing. You can just hold space if you want. Will that be okay, Tweety? She's tapping, so I'm going to mute her. All right, guys. So I do want to remind everybody that we do have the one mic at a time. You're cool, River. Don't worry about it. We have the one mic at a time rule. I'm allowed to talk. I'm allowed to be unmuted, and y'all are one person on the panel is allowed to be unmuted. But do wait until I call on you. And if you have anything that you want to say to interrupt, Tanya, she's already trained to figure out how I operate whenever I'm reading material, so she can alert her and she can alert me, and then just wait until I call on you, because I don't like to stop in the middle of a sentence, because then I lose my place, because ADHD is a bitch. But I do want to let you guys know that tonight is going to be a mind-blowing episode. I'm going to right some wrongs. I'm going to settle some confusion in the ego and intuition department, and explain things in a way that's going to make everybody understand them, even if you don't even believe in this stuff. I promise you, by the end of it, you will have a whole nother outlook on what alignment is for you. Alignment is not I like the way you spelled it. Alignment is not aligning with me or aligning with each other. Hey, Lynette, alignment is all of the you aligning. And today we're talking about the ego and the intuition. So first I'm going to say hellos. I already know Tweety's. I already heard her in my head. Don't. So I'll skip Tweety unless she says she wants to talk. Tanya, how are you doing today? You ready for class?
I am ready for class. I am doing marvelous, and I'm excited to see what wrongs we are righting.
I love the way you spelled that too. WRITE, right some wrongs.
Right? You're right.
I also wrote three new poems. Yeah, exactly. That's what I loved about it. I also wrote 3 new poems this week because Saturn and Neptune decided to do a little transit all up in my birth sign, or all up in my sun sign, and not just all up in my sun sign, but specifically on my birth degree, which meant it hit the shit out of me. And what that was doing, welcome in, Lisa Marie. What that was doing was making me let go and restructure of all things that were inauthentic in me, even the things that I was unaware of. And then also coming around the corner in the next couple of days is my Chiron return, which means that my wound, thank you for the hard-on, sister. I love my sisters give me hard-ons. Thank you, Tweety. Is my Chiron return, which means that my initial wound is maybe not going to heal, but I'm going to be okay with it. And thank you for the hard-on, sister. I love my sisters give me hard-ons. Thank you, Tanya. So that has been a very jarring experience for me. I'm better now, but it was about 4 days of, if PMS was, hey Mel, if PMS was a real bad thing, hey Shurs, that like the absolute worst PMS in the world, that's the kind of attitude I had for like 3 or 4 days. I was crying at home and I was a jerk at work, and I've already apologized to everybody. I told everybody exactly the reason why, Angel, and everybody understood, but it was still very difficult to deal with, I'm sure, because I was an emotional wreck. And that's how I got out of it, was writing those 3 poems. So I will share those tonight if you guys want to, but only after I get through the material. So Tanya's ready. Mel, you want to come up and join us? Hi, Gemma. How are you? I'm super happy that you're up here.
Hey, sister. I'm glad I'm here too, friend. I'm excited to listen to you and learn, because I have a lot to learn. So I'm excited. Thank you for inviting me up.
You're very welcome. And thank you for being here and holding space with us and sharing this with us. I also wanted to add, while you brought that up, that's one of the things that I want to talk to. Hey, Colorado, it's one of the things that I want to talk to everybody about before we get into the material. Is hold on, Mel. Is the what's it called? Oh, shoot, you just said it, and now I just lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me, right? Yeah, she said in the comments she'd gotten a call, River. What did you just say? It'll trigger it. Say it again, so it'll trigger me.
Learning. A lot to learn.
Yes, thank you. That's the word that I needed. Thank you, Gemma. Okay, so
Yes.
I want to make sure that this is in everyone's understanding. Those of you that have been around me for a long time or that have been coming to these lives for a long time, y'all already understand this, but some people are new and some people may not get this. And I only figured, hey, Jet, I only figured this out yesterday when my friend Tina and I were talking. And she said that when she read the poems, she said she really looked up to me and she thought that I had it all figured out. And I said, whoa, no, I don't. In fact, this is the specific reason that I teach these things. I'm going on this journey and I am sharing my journey every step of the way with y'all. And I hold myself accountable and I correct my mistakes whenever I have them or whenever I find out that I have a mistake. So don't think that I have it all together. Don't think I've got it all figured out. This is my experience and this is all the shit that I have researched, trying to understand my own answers, trying to get whatever this all is making sense to me. And because I'm a researcher already and autistic and ADHD, I hyper focus for hours on one or two subjects at a time, sometimes 3 or 4, because I have to have multiple things going on. But Tweet's coming back. Hey, all of that being said, I wanted to make sure that everybody does understand that I am not, I do not have it all together. I don't think anybody does. I'm somebody that is sharing my journey as I walk it. And that I just needed to make sure that everybody understood that I am no different than y'all. And I had the exact same questions, the exact same meltdowns, the exact same emotional dysregulation, the exact same mental anguish, the exact same physical pain. You know, I'm just like y'all. I'm exactly like y'all. And I'm just, the only difference is that I'm not afraid to show my bumps and bruises and my cuts and steps along the way. Hey, welcome in, boss. How you doing? I'm glad to see you. So now that everybody's aware, let's get back to the hellos. Boss, you want to join the panel if you want to, just to hold space or just to hang out with us, or if you want to share insights between the sections, you're welcome to. I'd love to hear what you have to say on the information that I'm bringing tonight. All right, so Angel, how are you doing today? How you doing? Angel, hi, hell.
I'm
Hey,
hanging in
hey,
there.
I
I'm
can't
hanging
do
in
it.
there. I'm hanging in there. But hi, how are you? Your beautiful soul, as always.
Can you do the hi, hello? The hi, hey, hello.
Hey, hi,
That's
hello.
it. Hi, hey, hello. I did it with you.
Look at you, okay, wearing that green like I owes you money.
I mean,
yeah,
it does.
You are. You're radiant as always. As always, always, always.
Thank you.
I can see.
That's only because you're
your
here.
soul. Your soul just radiates out of your skin. I see it. You just are glowing.
Is that what that smell is?
What is the topic today?
That was bad. Hang on, stop. That was bad. That was me deflecting. I need to learn how to take a compliment. I need to learn.
You do need to take a compliment. 3 nice things.
I'm strong, I'm smart, and beautiful.
You are all 3 of those things. Now give us something real. You went generic.
Okay. I did go generic, you're right. Loki is Loki's well taken care of because I'm a good cat mom.
You are.
And I hear the pup. I'm excellent at research and getting better at presentation.
You are good. Excellent. I love those.
See, that's what we do here, everybody. That's a perfect real world example. I can't say real world. I can't say it. Okay, that's a perfect real world example of how.
That is hard to say.
I can't do it. That is us showing, holding each other accountable, also uplifting each other along the way. Hey, Cammy. That's what we do here. We are not afraid of mistakes, and we're not afraid to call each other out on the on the negative self-talk or deflection or any of the other things, because that's what we need to do. We need to be supporting each other and encouraging each other on our journeys. I've been saying that since day one. And so I'm very grateful that you did that. Thank you very much, Angel. You're awesome.
You're so welcome. What are the topics tonight?
Ego and intuition. This is the ninth part of our alignment series. And it's going to blow some minds. Do what?
Can I share some good news really quick?
Yes.
I have officially hit 200 pounds that I've lost. It has been hard work and it has been a long journey, but 200 pounds down. Okay, I just wanted to share that really quick because I'm ecstatic.
That is so awesome. Hi, Abba. Hi, Gramps. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's badass news, man. That's a great way to start the live on exciting news. I love that. Thank you. I have a tiny little one that's nowhere near as close as that, but I finally got the tools to write the book that y'all been wanting me to write. So here we go. I just don't know how to work it yet. Yes, Gemma.
I have 40 more to go, and then I can have my surgery.
Congrats,
What
Angel.
surgery?
That's amazing.
Thank you. Because skin removal. Because there's a lot of
Oh,
skin.
yeah. Oh, dude, I got that too. From all the weight I lost, I got that too. The whole, it's funny. And then this. And then, what is this?
I got really lucky that...
And this wiggles even.
I used to weigh over 400 pounds. So I got really lucky that I was one of those weird-looking fat people that had really skinny arms and legs. I was a swimmer when I was younger,
on skinny legs.
So I kept my arms and my legs toned because I swam, but it didn't do much for my midsection. You know what? You be proud of 40 pounds. It's so hard to do. You be proud of it. You rock it and kick its ass. I'm proud of you.
All right. I'm proud of you too, Riverman. And 40 pounds is hard.
Oh,
All right,
well, especially considering it's like all of my muscles have atrophied. And, I'm not getting any younger. Well, they've atrophied because, my spine got compressed. My spinal cord was compressed by 40%. So I could not walk at all. And I went from being incredibly active, incredibly busy, because my job had me running all over the county, loading and unloading my Jeep into facilities and setting up and tearing down and reloading up my Jeep and unloading it and unpacking. And within 2 weeks, I couldn't even walk. So, and that's been, my spinal surgery was in October of 23. And since then, that part has healed, but there are more issues because of osteoporosis and degenerative disc disease. And, I was starting to build muscle again. Sorry, do you want me to stop? I'll stop. Anyway, losing weight's a lot harder now, and my body's changed. And at the weight I'm at now,
dude, that's what.
The last time I weighed this, I looked like I weighed 110, and now I look like I still have 20 pounds to lose, and it's because I don't have any muscle mass.
I feel you. I popped a tendon in my arm just from lifting 5-pound weights. It was dumb. And it's like totally lowered my shoulder and hurt my arm, neck, back, the whole thing. But I'm making it every day. Hi, Mel. How are you? I'm so glad to see you. Welcome in.
Hi, I'm doing okay now. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I love hearing your accent. You're the only Aussie I got in here right now? Where's the rest of them? Why don't you sound that Aussie call? Where's David?
I really don't know. Last time I did, they come in, didn't they? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
You got to do it again. Do it louder for the kids in the back.
Aussie, Aussie. Anyway, I'm doing okay. I just got over a chest infection. So forgive my voice if it sounds a bit funny. So, yeah.
My voice sounds funny, too. I'm still getting over mine, too, because I think I had mine like a week before yours, maybe, or 2 weeks before yours. I'm not even sure. But I know that we were sick around the same time. I was getting better, and you were starting to get worse.
Yes.
But so I still I'm still coughing shit up a little bit. My voice keeps going gravelly.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
right. We'll make it through. That's why we got
Just
the
plenty of
waters.
rest. Yes, that's all
Hello,
I'm
Meg.
drinking. That yes, that's all
Hello,
I'm
Meg.
drinking. That and apple juice.
Mm. This is Pepsi's my lifeline, so that's where we're at. Hey, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
All right, guys. And River, we'll go ahead and say hello to you, and real quick, and then we're gonna get into the material, and then I'll open it up on each panel or on each section, and we'll if anybody wants to say anything about it. Hi, River. How you doing, babe?
Sorry I've been so talkative. I just haven't talked to you in so
Okay.
long. Anyway,
I know it's all good.
I filled you in.
It it's all good, and I know that I haven't been on TikTok hardly at all because of my job. I work like I don't get to go to Alien T's live anymore. I don't get to go to any of my friends' lives anymore. And by the time I get home, I get into the work on my book because I promised that I would do all these things, and the universe said, "Bitch, you have no choice." And I was like, "But." So
Are
now
you
it looks like
tending bar? Are you
no.
bartending?
I'm work. No, I work, but I work a closing shift at a I work at a Subway at my cousin's gas station.
Oh, cool.
Uh, Her guinea pig Daisy. Oh, I want to see.
Oh,
I'll make
so
her big real
cute.
quick. Guinea pig. Hi. Oh, you look like a little calico. Aw, so
So
cute.
she's
Guinea
with
pigs are
us.
cute.
She's my little love. She's my soul piglet.
Soul piglet. I want a soul piglet. Loki's sitting with her back turned towards me, but looking back at me like, bitch, why are you not feeding me? Why are you not catering to me?
I love it. I love
Animals.
it.
All right, guys. Are y'all ready to get into this material today?
We're ready. I'm
Is
ready.
that a boy?
She's a girl. Her name's
What is
Daisy.
her name? Daisy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she had a
Tanya,
boyfriend or a friend?
She did, but she passed
What?
away, and now it's just her. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I miss
that's
her.
okay.
It sucks,
Okay.
but yeah. Just me and her now.
Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, I'll shut up. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. Okay.
no, that is so cute because I felt it at the same time that you said it. Tanya is my I call her my personal animal telepath. Her and Loki have a very special friendship. I'm not involved apparently, and and Loki likes to remind me of that every now and then. She's like, but they have whole conversations. So, but it has helped me a lot understand my cat and understand her a lot better, more so than the videos that I used to watch. But I'm super, super, super grateful for Tanya, and yeah. So if you all put your animals in here and she starts doing that, that's what's happening. Is she's communicating with them and she's questioning you about what she's feeling, which I think is beautiful. And we discussed all that in the what was it, telepathy and telekinesis live that you skipped, Tanya. And I told you there was a whole section in it that was just for you. But that's okay. I don't care that you skipped it. It's okay. It's all right. You got stuff going on. I forgive you. But you better come to class. I'm just kidding. I'm weird, y'all. Okay. Here we go, little bear. Just a minute. Let me get through the first section and then I'll come and take care of you, okay? So, boys and girls, let me ask you something. How many times have you ignored a feeling, talked yourself out of it, explained it away, convinced yourself you were overthinking, then watched what you felt coming happen anyway? Now, how many times have you been absolutely certain about something, acted on it, and been completely wrong? I bet you we can all raise our hands on all of those. Anybody? Yeah? Maybe no? Okay. It happens to all of us. Most people spend their whole lives not understanding why. They think the first scenario means they're psychic, and the second one means they can't trust themselves. Both of those stories are the result of the relationship between your ego and your intuition. And their relationship has been so thoroughly disrupted by the time we reach adulthood that we don't know which one is communicating with us. And now we're taking them to couples counseling and getting their relationship back on track. And that is the opening. Nobody has it. Okay. Going into the first section and then we'll start. So this is what it looks like when it goes wrong. when I explain, before I explain what these two things are, I want to show you what it looks like when they're not working as a team. And every single one of us have experienced these things. I thought you'd like that, the couples counseling. You meet someone, something feels off, not dramatic, just quiet and persistent. Then your brain starts. He seems nice though. I'm probably just being paranoid. I always do this. Maybe I have trust issues. By the time that conversation in your head is done, you've completely overridden the original signal and handed yourself the bill for it. Your intuition didn't fail you. Your ego convinced you that your intuition was wrong. Or this scenario. You're certain about something, absolutely certain. It feels like knowing, but it turns out to be completely wrong because the certainty was just fear dressed up as truth. Fear it was going to go wrong. Fear you had seen this before. Fear you weren't enough. That is fear-based certainty. The feeling of knowing with none of the accuracy. Your ego can mimic your intuition so precisely that from the inside they feel identical. Same confidence. Hey, Jay. Same sense of truth. Until you understand how that happens, you can't reliably tell them apart. I'm getting better at reading my own scripts. I promise I am. I'm better this week than I was last week, I think. Anyway, that's the end of the first section. Anybody got anything to say so far? Okay, moving on. All right. Now, what they actually are. Your ego is your conscious identity structure, the I. The part that holds your sense of self together, knows the difference between you and other people, and navigates the world on your behalf. Hello, George. We don't do that here, but we appreciate the compliment. It lives in the front of the brain, the part that handles planning, decision-making, and social behavior. This word gets misused constantly. Ego came from a translation decision, not from Freud himself. Freud wrote in German. His word was das Ich, which means the I. Translators chose the Latin word ego instead of the plain English I, and that single decision made it sound like a clinical object. Something you have rather than something you are, which is a huge part of why we ended up with an entire spiritual uprising dedicated to removing it. More on that in a minute. We're doing very wonderful. You're welcome to join the conversation. The ego lives right next to the language centers in the brain, the parts that form words and understand them. The ego thinks in words. Hey, Chris. It runs in sentences. It builds stories. When the ego fires, whether it's navigating something real or manufacturing something false, it comes with words and explanations attached. That's one of the most reliable ways to tell it from intuition in real time. Your intuition is direct knowing. The Latin word intuere. I knew I was going to fuck that up, but I still got it, kind of. That means to perceive something directly without going through a logical process. It's not a gift reserved for certain people. It's a mechanism, and a documented one. Your brain processes far more than your conscious mind can access. Environmental signals, relational data, pattern recognition from everything you've ever experienced, all running below the surface. Before your conscious mind catches up, the body tags what it found with a physical sensation, a pull, a knowing that arrives before the explanation does. Your gut has around 100 million neurons operating semi-independently of your brain. Your heart has its own neural tissue and responds to information before the brain does. The vagus nerve, the information highway between your gut, heart, lungs, and brain, carries 80% of its signals upwards, body to brain, not the other way. The insula, a region deep inside the brain, translates those raw body signals into something you can consciously feel and notice. It's the bridge between what your body already knows and what you're actually able to perceive. Your body knows first. Your conscious mind is the last stop in that chain, not the first. Intuition doesn't live in your head. It lives in your body. And it doesn't always speak in words. Hey, Real Yvette. Now, that's the second section. Anybody have anything to say? Questions, comments, stories? Okay. Thank you for the shares, River.
Yes. Oh, sorry,
Go ahead, Mel.
might be a bit late.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, I resonate with all that, and I do. I turn around and I'm like, it's like my gut's telling me, well, this is going to happen, but my brain's like, nah, no, it ain't. And then it does happen, and it's like, okay, what that went on there? So yeah, now I get it. Thank you. I get it now because it was just confusing to me. It's like, yeah. Now I'm getting stronger. I know what's going on.
I told you this is going to clear up some confusions that we all had.
Oh, yes,
can't
definitely.
Invite Real up. She's probably not in the room anymore. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm staying on topic on this. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm staying on top of it as well, so it's good. Thank you.
Tanya said, "Okay, no squirrels." Now there'll probably be plenty of squirrels, but we're gonna reel them back in. We're gonna grab them by their tail and pull them back. All right. So the next part is the Claires and how they connect. Just skunks, dude. I think they're gone. I don't know, but we'll get there later. She's still here. I've noticed some people have to request. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. TikTok's been on one lately. All right. Anyway, the Claires and how they connect. You already know the Claires. You know how they work, how they feel, the difference between them. Every single one, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairtangency, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairalience, and clairgustance is intuition. The same root system. The difference between them is the channel the information moves through and the range it reaches. None of them go through the ego to get to you. They arrive before the ego has a chance to intervene, which is exactly why the ego can't produce them. It can only mimic them, and some it can't mimic at all. Clairalience and clairgustance, the ego has no mechanism for manufacturing a phantom smell or taste. Clairtangency, the exact located object-linked physical sensation, is too precise to fake. Clairaudience, before you've learned how to tell the difference between your own internal voice and a clairaudient reception, they both usually sound like you and can be trickier to determine. The difference is that the ego version comes loaded with narrative, justification, and self-interest. A genuine clairaudient signal arrives complete, neutral, and without an agenda attached. Clairvoyance, the ego can't construct an imagery the way it does thoughts. The one it mimics most convincingly are claircognizance and clairsentience, knowing and feeling. Do you mind your breath forest preserved to listen there? Oh, awesome. Yeah, you're taking us to the forest? Heck yeah. Because those are closest to its own territory of thought and emotion or feeling. That's where the discernment work matters most. All right, that's the end of that section. And it smells like I have to go take care of something because Loki did not get catered to, so she went and did what she does. Tanya, can you take over for just a second? If anybody has any questions or comments, it's going to take me like 2 seconds.
Lottie. Let's see. What do we want to talk about? Jeez. 2 seconds, she said, huh? You know what that means Loki did, right? Loki's being a pooper duper. Here she is. Looky there. Just like
there we
lightning.
Are. All right. Just like lightning. Yeah, and now she's staring at it because I didn't put the sprinkles on top. Asshole, kitty cat, asshole. Hey, mama. Okay. All right, so
can't feed her with no sprinkles on top, Mom. But okay, she's gonna come stare at you in about 5 seconds. All right.
And she heard that. She fucking heard that.
Listen,
I don't need y'all teaming up against me.
I know her. I'm telling you.
I know too. Hey, Jordan. All right, so feeling versus knowing. Ooh, that was almost bad. Let's put the lid back on the. Hey, Leprechaun, come on in, come on up if you want to, brother. I'm glad you're here, man. Feeling versus knowing. Something else the community gets wrong. Feeling and knowing are not the same thing. First, let me say hi to my friend. Hi, Leprechaun. How you doing? Oops.
Oh, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing wonderful, man. How was your day? Was work fun or awful?
Yeah, it went by pretty good. I got blasted with UVs all day, so because I'm a welder, it puts off a lot of UV radiation, or whatever you want to call it.
The flip off,
So
by the way, was for Tanya.
My face is a little sunburnt.
Dude, my dad used to get that.
Yeah, it's because the type of we're doing like 90-foot long one weld, 90 feet long. Yeah, with a machine.
Wow.
So like you have to watch it, and it's really flashy, and it burned you. But easy, easy day.
My dad used to get mad at me because I would go into a shop when he was welding without the welding helmet on, and and I would just stare right at the light. But that's probably why I'm going blind now.
Not good. Yeah, don't stare at the light.
I know.
But I'll mute up here on my. I mute on. Is it fine if I mute on my soundboard, or do you want me to mute on the screen?
I don't know what that is.
I can
whatever you want to do.
I can just mute my microphone so you won't hear any sound.
Oh, you have a real mic?
Yeah, I have a soundboard in there. Like I got here's one of the.
Of course you do. That's right, because you write music and shit. Yes, that's right. I've totally spaced on that. I'm sorry. All right. All right. So you missed the very opening parts though, and but if you want to talk later, I'll read them to you. You didn't miss much. You just missed like the opening and then the discovery of things. New glass, special glass. I chewed them up. Aw. All right. So feeling versus knowing. Something else the community gets wrong. Feeling and knowing are not the same thing. Feeling is your internal weather. It shifts with your mood, your history, how much you slept, what someone said to you this morning. It's an accurate report of what is happening inside you. It's not a map of what is happening outside you. Knowing is a signal. It arrives with or without emotion attached. When you know something, you know it before you can explain why. That is a categorically different experience. As long as people treat these as the same thing, they can't tell the difference between intuition and emotion. That's the end of that section. Told you it was short. Has anybody got anything to say? Okay. The original design. The ego was built to be a vehicle, to take the information it received and use it to navigate, decide, and act. Not to be the source of knowing. Excuse me. Intuition was built to receive. The process to process the full picture before conscious thought could get there. One receives, one acts on it, neither doing the other's job. Hang on. I don't know you. When that is actually working with nothing disrupting it, a person moves through the world with a kind of quiet precision that looks effortless from the outside. They trust themselves, not because their ego is inflated, because the system is doing what it is designed to do. That's the end of that. I think, and I are just the one is the one left. What does that say? Oh, you didn't have to mute him. I just didn't understand what it said. I'm so confused. That was the most confusing sentence I've ever seen. It's okay. I'll worry about it later. Anybody have anything to say about the original design before I move on? Jen! Come on in. Come on up if you want to. We're doing ego and intuition tonight. Number 9 of the series of alignment. Anybody got anything to say? Alrighty, I'm gonna move on. Or I'm gonna wait for Jen to come up. Are you coming up? Hey, Candace. Are you coming, Jen? Oh, there she is. Hi, Jen. How are you? You doing good?
You're not gonna let me say anything?
Huh?
I was like, cussing at you, going, "Wait a minute, you're not going to let me say anything?"
I didn't have you muted.
No.
I was
It was
saying,
before I got up here. And you said, "Well, we're going to move on." And I'm like, "Wait a minute." You couldn't hear me yet.
oh, you
I'm
were
just being silly.
You were saying it out loud.
Just put them on the on the stove or on the counter. Nutella. Hang on a sec. I got help here. But I'm not going nowhere.
What'd you pop, lock, and drop, Tanya? I'm so confused. Okay. All right, cool. Let me give her little monies right there. Ooh, right now. All right. So, what happened to both of them? The ego was built to navigate social reality. Conditioning made social approval the same thing as survival. For a dependent infant, losing the caregiver's approval is genuinely threatening. The nervous system can't tell the difference between emotional withdrawal and personal or physical danger. So love, safety, and worth get wired together with compliance, performance, and keeping other people comfortable. Hey, Kathy! By school age, the ego has one overriding directive. Don't lose belonging. Don't be rejected. That rewires everything. Instead of a vehicle that responds to knowing, the ego becomes a filter deciding which knowing is safe to act on. Not based on truth, based on what keeps you accepted. At the same time, intuition goes underground. Children come in with that channel wide open. They feel everything, read rooms, sense what adults are trying to hide. Then the invalidation begins. Thank you, Kathy. You're imagining things. You're too sensitive. Stop making that up. The child doesn't just stop trusting what they receive. They learn that trusting their own knowing creates social danger. So they suppress it, not because the signal stopped, because acting on it had consequences. Gaslighting accelerates this. Being told repeatedly that what you're perceiving isn't real trains the ego to override incoming signal as a survival strategy. Not weakness and adaptive response to an environment where, I gotta say that right, not weakness, but an adaptive response to an environment where accurate perception became unsafe. The result is that every signal gets second-guessed into silence before it becomes action. Trauma does something similar, but through a different door. It keeps the nervous system threat detection permanently switched on. The body floods with alarm signals constantly, and those signals feel identical to intuition warning from the inside. Someone with unresolved trauma can sincerely believe they have highly developed intuition when what they actually have is a threat detection system that never powers down. You can't separate a real signal from a stress response in a body locked in constant alarm. Getting your nervous system out of survival mode first isn't a spiritual extra. It's a prerequisite. I knew I wasn't going to be able to say it. I practiced it 5 times today. You can't hear a whisper in a room where someone is already screaming. When real signal gets suppressed repeatedly over the years, the body escalates. Persistent gut problems, chronic tension, low-level anxiety with no story attached. The body isn't malfunctioning. It's turning up the volume because nobody is listening. That's the end of that section. Anybody got anything to say? I need to learn how to pronounce prerequisite. Hey, Patricia. Do what?
So basically, the more stuff we go through in life makes it all what we had when we were born. Say, well, I was born with it. Makes it go away, especially when there's people around you who don't believe what you believe, and don't be silly. That's not their sort of attitude. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And it's maddening as a kid. I'm sure most of you know. I think pretty much everybody in this room right now has been aware that they knew things. I miss you too, Kathy. Has been aware that they see things or hear things or experience things that everybody else has been programmed to forget. But see, my theory, and in all of this research, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to. My book is going to prove it. Okay, I promise you guys this. This is my bag. That we are all psychic, because if we all have a pineal gland and we all have intuition and we're all psychically absorbing other people's emotions, bad days, terrible thoughts, regardless of whether or not we're aware of those things, and those channels never turn off, regardless of whether or not we're aware of it, everybody's a psychic.
Yes.
Everybody.
And even though you think you lose it, you haven't actually lost it. It's still there in the files in the back, right in the back. You just got to find it.
That's exactly right. The only thing that you've done by suppressing it, everyone, Jet, the only thing that you've done by suppressing it is you have removed your consciousness from it. You have consciously chosen to no longer pay attention to those signals. And you train yourself to do so. And that's where your ego takes over. Itching. All right. Y'all ready for the next section? I'm trying not to lose my other papers. I had to add more notes after I wrote it.
Can I go back for a second? About you were talking about ego. I know you already closed it out, but okay, for a lot of people, they have to, learn to subside that, chill it out a little bit, and not let it be in charge. I had to, my experience this lifetime is I had to find mine.
Yes. Oh, and I didn't even think about adding that into this. Oh, I got to write that down so I make sure I put it in my book. Where's the pen? Where's the pen? As you were.
Yeah, so I had to kind of try to step into mine a little bit. I mean, that's what it was going to take for me to stand up for myself and speak up for myself, and all the shit that I used to do when I was younger. I had to step into my ego a little bit in order to do that. What used to be just el natural. But I always stuck up for everybody else before me. But now today I put me first and whatever's in my best interest. And if it's not in your best interest, that's too bad because it's in mine. And I don't mean that in no negative kind of way. I just mean I ain't putting up with no bullshit. I ain't tolerating nothing that I don't want to. And, if you're not for me, then see ya. Because I'm for you, but you got to be for me. And if you're not, I don't need you.
I pretty much in my head, hey, Phoenix Aura. In my head, I heard resounding, "Don't let the door hit you." Y'all know the rest of that sentence. Anybody from the South does. Have y'all heard it? Y'all know that one, that phrase? Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you.
But also,
yes.
Along with that, I want to say this. Okay, so, a lot of times the first thing out of people's mouth is lack of self-love. For me, it wasn't lack of self-love. It was at a very young age, I closed myself off to receiving love. I didn't allow myself to receive love because I thought the dysfunction that I grew up in was love, and that didn't feel so good, so I didn't want none of that. So,
same.
I closed myself off to receiving love, even for my daughter. I mean, I loved her and she loved me, but I didn't let her love me like she wanted to because I had closed myself off. And I didn't realize that for a lot of years that I had closed myself off to receiving love. But when I started diving, that's what I found. It wasn't lack of self-love. It was I'd closed myself off to receiving it, period. And the day I opened myself up to receiving it, oh man, I felt the love from everything, everywhere, the universe, the other universes, the plants, the animals, the people, everything. It just kept coming and kept coming. And I felt like my heart just kept growing and growing and growing. And it was just a nice, slow, steady, kept coming and kept coming. And it was one of the most glorious feelings I've ever had in my entire life. That letting it in. Kind of like, let the sun shine in, but love. So, maybe there's somebody out there that needed to hear these couple of things, and I'm not saying that everybody's like me, far from it. I know I'm one of a kind.
No, it was me that needed to hear that because, hey, welcome back, Colorado. it was me that needed to hear that because, like, I'm having my Chiron return right now, and my wound is specifically on self worth and self love, and not self love, but self worth, because or being worthy of love, because we'll get into that later, but it's actually in the script.
Because your family just, like kicked you to the curb or whatever, or didn't treat you like you deserved it. Yeah, you do. You
Both.
deserve it just as much as everybody else. And
Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Wills.
Sorry, they can't see your worth and your value, but I see it, and baby, you're priceless.
Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. That was sweet. Look, guys, I didn't deflect.
Yeah, hey, let me tell you, it was hard for me to learn how to just say thank you, but I did, and I wouldn't say anything else but when I started getting compliments from people because I didn't know how to handle that. And it's like, Jenny, just shut up and say thank you. So that's what I did. And so today it's not as uncomfortable as it used to be.
Right. It's getting better. Like, I used to shift in my chair. But yes, I understand. And you were saying something specific earlier in your story, that you had cut yourself off from receiving love. And I had done the same thing in a way, but mine was because everyone that ever told me that they loved me abandoned me, betrayed me, etc. So I had cut myself off from love, and I still till this day don't feel worthy of love. And when I hear, even though I say the word all the time, when I hear the word, I cringe a little inside. And it's something that I'm working through as I go along on this journey. And this material that I've been reading for this last few weeks, and I will continue reading for the next few weeks, has really, really helped me work through a lot of that. Who showed up down here on the bottom? Oh, is that Shy? Is that Shy down there?
Hi.
Hi, Boo.
Well,
I'm glad you're here.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
You deserve to be loved the way you love other people.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
I mean, for crying in a bucket.
Never heard that phrase, but that's cute.
You get back what you put out. And if you don't, you're in the wrong place. Because there are people that have the same hearts that we do. There are people that have the same morals and values that we do. There are people that are headed in the same direction as us. There are people that are equally on the same frequency. There are people that are like us. So
you're just all online. You're not in the physical world around me.
For anyone to think that or say that, you're never going to find somebody to measure your up to your heart. That's all bullshit. Because we are. When we allow ourselves to receive them, we will find them. They will find us. Our tribes,
That's why my guides wouldn't let me sleep for 11 days between the April eclipses, or around the April eclipses in 2024. That's when I got hit in the head with the light beam and had my essential awakening, whatever. Anyway, they wouldn't let me sleep. They kept telling me, get on TikTok, get on TikTok. I fucking hate social media. I barely used Facebook. What the fuck you mean get on TikTok? Over and over, we had this conversation. Constantly chirping in my ear like little fucking... What am I going to do on fucking TikTok? And then I slowly but surely found all of you guys, and now I get it. So I'm grateful that they pushed me to do something I didn't want to do. Just like this book, I didn't want to do this book, but everybody's pushed me to do it, and Cosmos pushed me to do it. So, and the information's coming to me quick. I'm spending weeks at a time on each script, but the information is flowing to me fast, not just psychically or energetically, but also through the research as well. And I'm not coming across a whole lot of stuff that I have to really, really tear apart to make sure it's real, because I don't have very much faith in it. The stuff that I'm coming across is stuff that's it makes a lot of sense. It does resonate, and that's where I can teach from, because, got to teach from a place of knowing, not a place of questions, right? Anyway, yes, sir. Leprechaun, did you have something you want to add before I move on to the next station?
No, I didn't. No, I'm good.
Oh,
thanks for asking.
Hey, Sage. The faces that I make crack me up. I don't know if there's any room up here to let anybody else up, and I don't know you, so I don't even know what that says. I don't even want to try to pronounce it. Sorry, I didn't mean to accidentally. I might have invited you, Tweety. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay. Substitution. The ego, running on survival programming with nothing real to implement, starts mimicking and making up its own signal. When intuition is underground and the ego is in charge of protecting the identity, the ego starts producing certainty. Not real certainty, manufactured certainty. Conclusions that feel exactly like knowing, but come entirely from old conditioning and fear. From the inside, it's indistinguishable from the real intuition. Same feeling, same sense of truth. Every conclusion it generates serves one purpose: protect the identity. I just know he's going to leave. Fear running an old pattern on a current person. Something tells me I shouldn't go for that. Social threat avoidance, wearing a warning label. I knew that was going to happen. This is retroactive certainty. The ego rewriting the timeline after the fact and calling it a win. Real intuition arrives before the event. Retroactive certainty claims credit after and calls it a hit. One of the most common ways people confuse ego and intuition. It works in both directions. Fear-based certainty says something bad is coming. Oh, that's cute. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Tanya. I've never seen that one. That was adorable. I like it when they're interactive. Okay, sorry. It works in both directions. Fear-based certainty says something bad is coming. Desire-based certainty says something good is guaranteed. I just know this is going to work out. Or, I just know he's going to break my heart. Those can be genuine knowing, but it's most likely fear or desire wearing certainty's clothing. Looks like I got here for perfect message. Retroactive certainty. Yes. Welcome in, Janet. We're talking about the ego and intuition. I'm correcting a lot of misnomers and mistruths. Confirmation bias feeds this constantly. The brain automatically notices information that confirms what it already believes and filters out what contradicts it without your awareness and without your permission. In spiritual spaces, this is the signs problem. You want an outcome. Hey, Patricia. I have to say good night to everyone. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good night. Welcome back, Lynette. Love you, Patricia. Have a great night, babe. Confirmation. Where was I? In spiritual spaces, this is the signs problem. You want an outcome. You ask for a sign, and suddenly you're seeing confirmation everywhere while walking past everything that contradicts it. Real signal doesn't cherry pick. It delivers what's true, including what you don't want to hear. If your signs always confirm what you already wanted, that is your ego curating the evidence. Projection gets mistaken for intuition more than almost anything else. And hey, other angel, I have real world experiences with boyfriends doing this to me. We won't go there. Projection is when the ego takes something unresolved inside itself and places it onto another person. Get off me. Fucking mosquito. You get a strong read. Places it onto another person as if it's coming from outside. You get a strong read on someone, certain you're receiving information about them. You may actually be encountering your own unhealed material going back out onto them. Real intuitive information is about what is truly present in the other person. Projection is about what's unresolved in you. The only reliable way to tell the difference is knowing your own unhealed material, which I think is brilliant. Where'd you go, you little fuckhead? I'm gonna get you. Come back around me again. Try to fucking bite me whenever I'm reading. Treat all animals and creatures with love. Sorry, I just hit my desk. I wish I'd gotten him though. That would have been cool. Look at y'all kill the mosquito. Do what?
That'd have been awesome.
What'd you say? It would have been awesome. Holy fucking shit! My intuition is bomb now. I'm not that great yet. That would have been cool. All right, so that is the end of that one. Does anybody have anything to say before I move on to the next? Of course, as soon as I set the motherfucker down, he comes back. Anybody got anything to say before? I I need to mute up while I attack this thing. He said, you taste good. I know, I'm AB negative, and apparently that's the rarest fucking blood type out there, and the fucking bugs are like, let's get our straws. Come on, let's go. And she's pale. She's easy to see in the dark. Fuckers.
They like high carbon dioxide outpoint. Do you still smoke?
Uh-huh.
I think the more carbon dioxide that you exude, the more you attract mosquitoes. And I just learned vanilla water is a really good mosquito repellent. So I made some up yesterday. Vanilla
extract? Is that made with vanilla extract?
Yeah,
oh, I caught
and
it.
It doesn't.
Is that made with vanilla extract?
Apparently, it's the scent. It doesn't have to be pure vanilla extract. You can use imitation.
Okay. So it's vanilla extract then, and not oil.
Right.
Awesome.
And you put it in a spray bottle and spray your stuff down, so you don't have to use poison.
And it smells good, and I get to smell like a baked cookie. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
There you go.
I'm down for that. No, but see, here, we don't just have mosquitoes.
Somebody might
Something
start
weird has happened.
You know, like a sugar cookie.
I don't want anybody in this town to touch me, okay? Much less love me. Ew. No. It's not my hometown, but it's my dad's hometown, so I grew up coming up here like 8 times a year. I'm related to half the town, and everybody pretty much is toxic in it. Not everybody, but pretty much everybody. And my family included. But they have this interesting little snafu thing here. We don't even know what to call it. It's a housefly and a horsefly bred. And these things are about middle sized, and they fucking bite.
Yep, I know those flies. You're the kind that attack livestock.
Yeah, no, that's the horsefly. Horseflies attack livestock, but these attack everything. Everything.
No,
they
get horses too.
Mm-hmm. They even ate all the fucking mushrooms that were growing by my porch that would normally last 3 days. This little group of mushrooms, this particular brand, I don't remember what they're called, but freaking ate them in 5 hours. Like the dawn, and they bloom, and they little mushroom, and then the next time I went out the door, there's flies all over it. By lunch, they were gone. They were just mush. The flies fucking ate the mushrooms even. And I'm just like, bro, y'all gotta leave us alone, man. They're everywhere. All right, so y'all ready for the next section? I'm starting to get hungry, so I'm ready to get through this. Yeah, I hadn't either. These things are a different kind of thing. I don't know. All right, the next section. This one may hurt some folks, and you know me. I love to twist a knife. Anyway, not really. I'm a little sadistic, but not that sadistic. Earlier, I mentioned ego death being taught in the spiritual community. Ego death, kill the ego, transcend it entirely. No, you can't remove the ego. It's a function of how the brain organizes conscious experience. As long as you have a brain doing that, ego construction is happening. People who claim to have transcended the ego have either redefined the word or built a newer, more sophisticated identity around being someone who transcended ego. The statement, I have transcended ego, is one of the most ego-saturated things a human being can say. A healthy ego gives you stable identity, real boundaries, and the ability to take intentional action in the world. Severely diminished ego function is not enlightenment. It's suffering. Damn, it got me on my back. The problem isn't that you have an ego. The problem is that yours has been conditioned into a survival structure left unchecked. Filtering reality, mimicking intuition, protecting identity at the expense of truth. Bro, that's not yours. That's mine. That one's yours. The goal isn't ego death. The goal is ego alignment. Returning it to the job it was made for. Not self-rejection. Self-reclamation. Hey, Vicky! Good to see you, babe. I haven't seen you for abs. That's the end of that section. You came in on a perfect episode. We're right in the middle of our alignment series, and this is number 9, and this one is about ego and intuition. Does anybody have anything to say? Comments, questions, curiosities, or stories? Life's been crazy for me too. I'm working fucking nonstop. Hey Tina, finally! Where have you been? Hi, boo. She's glaring at me, Tanya. It's all your fault. Anybody? All right. So that was ego death. This part is called spiritual ego. Oh, and I fucking love it when somebody comes at me like that. You have spiritual ego. No, I don't have spiritual ego. But the fact that you said that means you're projecting yourself out onto me, isn't it? Sorry, I should stop being a dick about it, but I can't help it. When someone begins a spiritual path and the old identity no longer fits, the ego doesn't dissolve. It upgrades. Builds a new identity using spiritual vocabulary, healing achievements, awakening narratives, healer or guru status as its new armor. Harder to spot because it wears the costume of humility. I have done a lot of work on myself. I am highly intuitive. I have awakened to things most people have not seen. Gag me. Those things can be true. They can.
This is true. This is all true.
They can, right? They can't stay. I know it's been a while. I wanted to come in for a few. Hey, if you want to catch up on this alignment series, it's pretty amazing. All of them are unedited on my YouTube channel so far, and I'm adding them the very next day. So, and we do miss you so much, Vicky. And I understand life is life. It's life in us all right now. It is. I'm getting my ass kicked. I barely get a day off, and I spend the whole day preparing for this, so I don't even get a day off for myself. So I feel you, completely feel you. Let's see, where was I? Those things can be true. They can also be the ego in spiritual outfit. The test is always the same. What happens when the identity is challenged? An integrated person can sit with the challenge and actually look at it. The spiritual ego defends with the same intensity as any other. It just uses spiritual language to do the defending. This shows up in all of us, including me. Because yes, I'm guilty of this shit as well. I do like to hold myself accountable. So that's the end of that. Oh, well, no, it isn't. Just kidding. Oh, no, this is the beginning of the next section. Sorry, go ahead. That's the end of that section. Anybody have anything to say? Yes, you're right, Vicky.
The ego.
What'd you say?
I might have maybe went through an ego death thing last weekend. Not sure.
Not true?
I'm not sure though.
You're not sure.
It's all new stuff to me. I don't like when I hear the word ego. I'm like, what is that? Seriously.
Well, that's what you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out all about it from this information. I promise. Hey, Michelle. And no, don't my bad. That's why we have the breaks in the section so that we can bring up questions or tell our experiences or whatever it is. That's why we do this. So go ahead. Whatever. Explain to me what happened to you.
Oh, I had some magic mushrooms, I'll say. And
best kind.
Yeah, and it was an interesting experience. I've learned how powerful my mind is actually, because it was trying to pull me like to some pretty dark places, and I was able to maintain. I don't know. So like, I wonder if that was like an ego kind of, because there's certain things that I kept hearing repeating, like ego death was one of them, and it was words that people were saying throughout the day though as well. So like, I picked up on how that kind of works with your mind. So it's very interesting though.
Using your clairaudient, I see. Good boy. Sorry, I shouldn't say it that way. I was meant to sound cute and funny, not like a dick.
Yes,
I realized it sounded like a dick.
It's you're good.
Hey, River, welcome in,
You're
Jay.
Rather,
I
rather
I'm
I
than
know.
it sounded strange,
What's that?
kind of
When I
kind
said
of
good
creep
boy?
when you said good boy.
Hey,
Kind of,
Jesus,
it was
welcome in,
like,
buddy.
okay,
Me and Leprechaun got a creepy relationship like that, so we say a lot of fucked off shit to each other. But
Right? It just comes
that's
out sometimes, huh?
I was
yeah.
a
Some
spite editor.
friends do it. I'm done. Okay. Have we gone too far? Jesus has walked in the room, so you need to mind your P's and Q's because Jesus is here. All right, his real name is Jesus, not Jesus, but I've been calling him Jesus this whole time, and now I know he's Jesus. Oh, so welcome in, my friend. All right, so this one is how to tell the difference. The body's signal moves fast. By the time it reaches your conscious mind, it shows up as thought. The first thought, before anything else has a chance to intervene. That is still intuition. That is the body's knowing coming into your awareness. Then all the thoughts that follow, talking you out of it, that's your ego taking over. Thank you for the follow. Oh shit. Fuck. Damn. Okay, I hope I can find that. I'm just gonna set it there. Maybe I can still find it. I did mark them on in case that happened. I was like, let me just title this so I know where section it goes in case it falls out. Okay, say you're driving down the road and you see a yellow truck. Your first thought is, man, I would love to have a yellow truck. That first thought before anything else, that's your intuition. I promise I'm going to sit and watch it after I drop off the car. I feel like I came in the middle of. It's totally cool, and that's fine too. I won't be able to get it on YouTube that fast, but I'll have it by morning maybe, or yeah, hopefully, unless I get screwed over, because sometimes I do get screwed over on this. Anyway, then the next thoughts start rolling in, and I mean screwed over by the AI. Okay, just so everybody knows, because it has shut me down, falsely accusing me of things a couple of times, and they won't give me. They'll let me appeal it, and I get my live status back, but then they don't give me my recordings. I can watch the one I missed. Yeah, you can watch all the ones you missed except for the 2 that they wouldn't give me back. What crystal are you wearing around your neck, by the way? It's beautiful. This is a raw jade. Lily Vibes sent it to me. Please text me a link to your YouTube later, please. It's real simple. Just look up Peace in the Meadow. I'm the same all the way across the board. I made it simple that way. I do too. Green's my favorite color. And it's very protecting. All right, so the next thoughts start rolling in. Insurance on a truck is going to be so expensive. Everyone is going to be asking me to help them move. The gas alone, yellow and red are the colors police pull over most. On and on and on. All of those thoughts talking you out of it, that is your ego. A balanced ego and intuition doesn't mean the ego goes quiet. It means the ego only overrides the signal when there's an actual reason to. Not just because it's scared. Not because it's protecting a story about who you are and what you can have. But because there is a genuine, present, real reason to pause. The first signal is almost always the cleanest one. Before the ego has time to revise it, the first read, the first sense before the story starts. What follows is largely the ego editing. The second thought is more complex, more qualified, loaded with reasons. The first signal was probably wrong. Sometimes that second thought is legitimate. Timing, consequences, real obstacles. But the second guessing itself needs to be examined. Is this useful thinking, or is this the ego overriding something it found threatening? You hate red, yellow, and orange? They're danger warnings? Huh. I don't hate any colors. I like all the colors. But remember that colors are just like candles and spells and words, and it's the intention behind them. So if you choose to give them that intention, then they're going to mean that for you. But if you choose to see them in another light, like They also bring on beautiful flowers in the spring. Ladybugs are red. Butterflies can be yellow. Let's see what else. The sunset or the sunrise. There's so many beautiful colors that if you choose to give them a different intention and a different meaning, then they're not a danger warning anymore. Unless that's the tag you want to give them, and that's what you're manifesting in your life. My thoughts. Moving on. Intuition arrives quietly and stays. It doesn't escalate when you question it, and it's still there when you come back to it. Dandelions, awesome. I got some growing outside. Fear-based certainty pushes. It gets louder the more you examine it. It needs you to act before you think too carefully. Hey, coffee taster. Intuition is present tense. It responds to what is actually here right now. Ask yourself. Oh, thank you for the heart on, brother. I love my brothers give me heart ons. Thank you, coffee taster. I've never tried dandelion wine, but I do like to grab the little things that come off. Hey, Sparrow. Well, it's been forever. I thought you blocked me a long time ago. I'm glad to see you back. I keep them in a jar, or I did. I've lost it, but I got to get a new jar. I keep the dandelion seeds in a jar, and that's my wishes for whenever I need to make a wish or a manifestation. I just pull a little all year long dandelion wishes. It's intuition. Or not intuition, sorry, intention. It's the intention you put on something as to whether or not it works. Right? All right, back to it. Ask yourself this question. Is this responding to new or to something that already happened, or to now, or to something that already happened? Intuition is simple, a knowing, not a story. Don't go. Trust this. Something is off. The ego builds cases, narratives, justifications, supporting evidence. The more complex the internal argument for why the signal must be true, the more likely the ego is constructing rather than intuition delivering. Both can carry fear. Intuition fear responds to something actually threatening right now. Ego fear is about identity, being wrong, humiliated, abandoned, losing your story. Ask what you're actually afraid of. If the answer is about your identity, that is ego. If it is about something actually present and threatening, that is more likely a real signal. Intuition tolerates a pause. If it's still there when you return, it's signal. If it needed you to act before you could stop and think, look at that closely. That's the end of that section. Anybody got anything to say? I see you, boo. Okay. Getting back into alignment. Getting them back into alignment is a practice, not a single event. I need a drink. Start before the story. Start before the story. Notice what the body does before the mind explains it. The sensation arriving before the thought. The drop, the pull, a reply. Fan reply, love you. I'm a big sign of. Okay. Nice to meet you, Jay. The sensation arriving before the thought. The drop, the pull, the tightening, the expansion. Let that be information before you turn it into a narrative. Hey, John Connor, I haven't seen you in a while. When the ego immediately starts explaining the signal, pause. Sit with the raw feeling for just a moment before processing it into language. Yes. Found my spot. Then ask two things. Is this quiet and simple, or is it loud and building a case? And am I responding to right now, or to something that already happened? Before any crucial decision, bring your nervous system out of alarm mode first. Slow your breathing. Feel your feet on the floor. Give your body enough safety to quiet the noise. Then listen. When you have a signal you trust, your ego doesn't get a vote on whether the knowing is real. It gets a vote on how to act on it. Strategy, timing, approach. That's its job. Deciding whether the knowing is valid is not its job. When you catch your ego manufacturing false certainty, don't punish it. This is important, you guys. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Hey, light the love. Don't punish it. Give it recognition instead. That is my ego doing the only thing it currently knows how to do. Then gently redirect it. You are not in charge of this right now. I'm going to use you to act on what I actually know. These steps are the daily practice, but alignment is not just a practice. It's a process that takes time, self-examination, honesty, and a willingness to look at things most people actively avoid. The reason your ego ended up running the show is conditioning, fear, and for many, trauma. You can't untangle that just by pausing before a decision. The pause is the starting point. The deeper work comes after. The next several episodes in this series go directly into the things that created the disconnect in the first place: fear and trauma. How to process more of what you need to understand why the relationship between your ego and your intuition got disrupted and what it takes to restore it. This is ongoing. It's not a quick fix, and it's not supposed to be. Every time you catch it, pause, then redirect. You're slowly walking your ego back to where it belongs. The destination is self-trust, not confidence, not certainty that you're always right. Actual trust in your own knowing. The ability to receive a signal and act on it without second guessing or seeking outside validation first. And that's the end of it. Anybody else got anything to say? Oh, who dropped? Who was between you guys? River? No, River's still there. She was way down at the bottom earlier.
I don't remember who it was.
Me either now. Fuck. That makes me feel bad. Okay, anyway, does anybody have anything to say on that before I go to the next section?
Just loving the information that you're bringing out.
Well, thank you. That's what I do. Hey, Skip to Grace.
Excuse me, sorry. Very good information. Yeah, I've actually done some of that stuff when I was in treatment. I went through a lot of that. What you were talking about a little bit ago in this section.
Which part?
I can't recall. I forgot. Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay because
it was right at the beginning though.
The very beginning of that last section.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back into alignment. Start before the story. Notice what the body feels before the mind explains it. The sensation arriving before the thought, the drop, the pull, the tightening, the expansion. Let that be information before you turn it into a narrative. Hey, Transcendence. Huh?
Yeah. I think it was after that. It was after that.
Okay.
Anyway, you don't have to.
Because thank you for the hard on, brother. I love my brothers give me hard ons.
I appreciate all the information, though. It's very, very, very accurate information.
Well, thank you. I spent a lot of time making sure it was. I didn't want to bring anything to the table that was something I was still questioning. And that's actually what the what those 3 poems I wrote this week are about, really. I can drop if one of your regulars needs a box. No, Jesus. I'm glad you're here, brother. Nobody's requesting up, so you're good. In fact, let's say hello to you before I get to the next section. How are you?
Doing good.
I'm getting argued with. I'm getting stared down. She's like, "Did you hear the little mare?" Your friend's on here. Is that what she's saying? Sprinkles, please. Yeah. Oops, sorry. I'll tell you about it.
Loki. Hey, mamas. How you doing, girl?
Hi, Loki. Hi, cutie.
Oh, she looks so good.
Yeah, she's
so cute.
Doing real bad today.
She's beautiful.
She's doing real bad.
Beautiful indeed. Very, very.
Oh, she's saying, sprinkles, please. She didn't say treats. She said sprinkles specifically.
Sprinkles, please.
Sprinkles, please.
Well, she heard you say sprinkles. Sprinkles, please.
I know it. She refuses to eat her food till I put the sprinkles on it. And then she'll come running. And then she'll still hang back and wait for me to get out of her way, because when we were in East Texas at the biker's house, it was a very small space and I kept accidentally stepping on her. So now she doesn't. I even gave her a cardboard box on the floor, and that's where her food bowls are. And I told her, Mommy cannot step on this box. Okay? So you are safe as long as you're on this box. So, but she still, hey, Super Dave, she still doesn't trust me. So, blank me out. Ah, crap. Okay, I may not be able to get it back on the thing. Crap. I need a new stand and a new light because my thing is all jacked up now and it's like taped together. One moment. Sorry. The struggle is real. Fuck. I may not be able to get it back on there. Damn it. This is what I get for taking it off. Okay. Oops. There you go. Now quit being a fucking asshole and just, Loki has nice manners. Does she? I don't know. Do I need to have a session with Loki? For what? To get her to stop eating the treats and start eating the actual food that cost me $30 a box? Looking just like a mother. She said please. She does say please. She has the,
No, just
cutest little please face.
Just maybe give you some insight. See what she's thinking.
Yeah, that's Tanya. But I didn't know you could do that too, and that's awesome. Tanya's Loki's liaison. Or rather, we're both Loki's. I don't know what a liaison is. But all right, getting to this part. Okay. So, before we close, in the psychic body episode, I said that when you see someone with psychic abilities calling themselves an intuitive or a sensitive rather than a psychic, the ego is likely taken over their abilities. This is the full explanation. We share custody. This is the full explanation for what I mean. An ego running intuition generates the signals it wants to find. It confirms what the client wants to hear above what is actually coming through. Retroactive certainty becomes a hit. Projection becomes a reading. Fear-based certainty becomes a warning. Desire-based certainty becomes a prophecy. Developing your abilities without understanding this relationship is how the channel gets corrupted. Not from lack of ability, from lack of self-awareness. Towards the end of this alignment series, oh shit. You're okay, boo. Towards the end of this alignment series is going to be an episode on consciousness and subconsciousness that goes even deeper and explains how they're not the same thing as ego and intuition. We'll discuss what's running entirely below your awareness, dictating your behavior without your knowledge. Tonight is what makes that conversation possible. This will keep my ears open. Oh, join me next Tuesday, June 30th, 2026 at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the next installment in the alignment series, episode 10, Fear Through Control. Or Fear and Control. And that is all I have for you. Anybody got anything to say about the material today? And I'm not going to end right away because I did write 3 poems this week that I want to share with y'all.
I'll be here next Tuesday. Now that I told Paul I told him tonight that I was going to come here instead of his live, but I'm going to tell him I think
he's here.
That yeah, I think he's still here. Yep, he is. That I'm going to start coming here.
Oh, he just popped back
Tuesday
in
night.
as soon as he heard his name.
Yeah, probably. I sent him an invitation earlier. That's one reason he came.
Is he not going live on Tuesdays anymore?
Well, you know that group we were going live with? It's like weird shit happened. We'll have to talk privately.
Okay, gotcha. We always go live at the same time, so no, I have no idea y'all's group because we're
Well, you
always
know,
and same thing with me and
he's my roommate
it
now.
was the
You
same
didn't
thing with
know
me and
that.
yes, you are. Mm-mm,
Yeah, I
I
haven't been
didn't.
to James. Yeah, he's my roommate now. And so, you know, we see each other every day. So, um, you know, and I would support his live, but it's like there aren't as many people, etc. And so he just took my Tuesday.
I don't really have a lot of people in my life either, but it's not about quantity; it's about quality,
Right,
and I
but
have
you know
quality
what I'm
people in this
saying.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you know, there could be 5 people. It could be a really great live. I mean, it beats a Zoom meeting, right?
yeah. All right, guys, y'all want to hear these 3 poems? I'd feel the need to explain why I wrote these because see, all of this information that I'm sharing with you guys, hey, delightful, all this information I share with y'all is not. It's not. Sorry, Bear. That scares her every time. It's not just for you guys. It's also helping me. And you know, I'm testing all these things out before I actually bring them to the table with y'all. Hey, Elk Queen, how you doing, babe? Been a while. So, what was happening was this last weekend, Saturn and Neptune decided to not just go across my sun sign or transit across my sun sign. They transited to my exact birth degree. So it hit me harder than it was hitting a lot of other Aries. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Appreciate you. Um, thank you very much, Leprechaun. That's cool. Um, so then this coming weekend is my Chiron return. So my wounds are healing. What that was doing is it was directly attacking my identity from the inside, not the planets themselves, me. I was questioning my own identity because I got to thinking, who am I if I heal? Who am I if I'm okay with my wounds and they no longer hurt me? My entire identity and a lot of ours were built on the pain and the wound. And I didn't know who I was beyond all that. So that's what these 3 poems are kind of about. Is the stage that I went through this deep dive thought process stuff that I was going through over this last few days. I cried a whole lot. You could still tell even beyond the makeup how puffy my eyes are from all the tears that I cried over the last like 4 days and a couple rage fits I threw too because I don't like questioning myself. Is it I'm about to get a hat? Oh, that's gonna be cute. Oh, come on, it's gonna give it to me. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Ah, he's adorbs. Oh, I love that. Loyal to the body. All right, cool. All right, so the first one is called The Teacher's Burden. Thank you very much, Leprechaun. I appreciate that. And I wrote this Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. on the 16th, right before the last live. Some of y'all may have heard it if y'all were here on the last live, but not everybody did. The spiritual and personal growth communities, like weaving words that make pretty things, promises of healing your inner child, but adhering to traditions was never your style. It's kind of ridiculous how much is claimed that you can heal from your guilt and shame through breath work, meditation, and journaling, and somehow you're supposed to stop spiraling. Sit in the silence and self-reflect. Now, take a compliment, don't deflect. And subscribe to Toxic Positivity since you just found out you're a starseed. She's got her bags over there. Hey, welcome in, Brazilian Jew. Where was I? And subscribe to Toxic Positivity since you just found out you're a starseed. I'm sorry, light worker or ground crew. How many light languages are coming through? A few years ago, you were an atheist, and your old self would have laughed at this. You never have believed in God, but now you think you actually are one? What the heck is going on in here? It's crazy how much can change in a year. All the connections you once cherished, so many friendships that have since perished. It almost doesn't seem like it's fair to forget who you are and be self-aware. It's disorienting not to recognize the person who's currently living your life, especially since living isn't what you're doing. So obsessed with what you're pursuing. But do you even know what you're looking for? How do you heal when your body kept score? Daily practices to take up your time so you can control the thoughts on your mind. But what was wrong with the person you were? Did you not like to be her anymore? I get it. Self-hate is your comfort zone. But who are you now? Do you even know? So tell me, friend, what good did it do to become self-aware and not know you? I'm asking because I don't understand how you could possibly know who I am. What if you're wrong and it's too late to find yourself if you lost your way? You never cared to be part of the crowd, so what makes you think they'll follow you now? Never went to college, don't have a degree, so what exactly gives you the authority to make the assumption you know the way? How do you know you won't lead them astray? Is there a destination? There's not even a path. Do your followers even realize that? You're telling a story without any proof. What makes you think that you know the truth? Are you telling me that what you just said all came from the voices in your head? Yeah, okay, sure, that makes perfect sense. Are you changing the world or just full of shit? Don't forget to perform and put on a show to keep their attention on personal growth. To call it spiritual seems like a facade. You're not even qualified to apply for this job. You're saying you found it in human design? The cross of upheaval gives you the right? Well, what if you're martyred by those in control? Or just disappear and we'll never know? These are all of the questions I had to ask while having a meeting with the looking glass. Which, that last line is a little homage to my friend Alice and the story of the looking glass. For those that haven't read it or heard it, everything in the looking glass world is upside down and backwards. And that's the way I was feeling. It was very upside down and backwards because I didn't know who I was anymore for a whole minute. I know who I am again, so we're all good. But I had an existential crisis for a few days. Don't just land, they linger. That was felt. Oh man, that was really like the best compliment, man. And that song got stuck in my head from the 90s. To let it linger. I don't know the rest of it, but do y'all want to hear the other two?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. This is yes. All right. This one's called Transition, and I wrote it on Saturday. I don't understand even in Neptune's transit over my sun sign at the exact birth degree is deliberately stripping away what's inauthentic. I wonder what will be remaining at the end. Will I recognize myself or be a stranger? Oh, and having a Chiron return. Does healing my wounds actually feel like danger? Especially since they've created the core of self. Wait a minute, is that really what built my identity? A series of wounds and programming since birth? Did survival mode lay the foundation of me? Well, does any part of this healing journey ever actually answer those questions honestly? How will I know? Or will I dissect those too? Those are the thoughts that are bothering me lately. Also, wondering if there are even answers to find, since my questions only lead to more questions. Even if I ever do understand, will there be anyone left who will listen? The cosmos says I'm supposed to teach, but so far, the material that I've learned hasn't set right in the pit of my stomach. Now I'm not sure which way to turn. I'm so ready for these transits to finish the shift they're causing to my very depth. I'm ready to find worth in myself that was taken from me at my first breath. Mew. Hi. Meow. Meow. Meow, meow. She's talking.
That's deep.
What y'all? Was it? Okay. I'm not nervous before I perform. I'm nervous after. Waiting for like response, I think. Okay.
No, I can relate
Yes,
to
ma'am?
a lot of it. I'm an Aries too. I can relate to a lot of it. Definitely.
Oh yeah, no shit. When's your birthday? I knew that already.
Yeah, March 28th.
The day before mine?
Oh yeah, I forgot it was that close.
I feel like you're talking
Yep.
about my life.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Much love.
I'm so weird. Why do I make everything so weird? Because
I
you make
love
it.
that. I love that though.
I forgot Gemma was an Aries too. What's your birthday again, Gemma? I know you told me too. It was like 19th or 20th. Thank you for the heart on, sister. I love my sister.
24th.
That's really
24th.
close to ours too.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold up. Brenda's is an April one though. And yeah, I'm gonna get the third one here in just a second. Okay, so Brenda's is in April, but of the March Aries, we've got Nya, who he hosts a live during the day, Nya Snow Leopard. His real name's Tom, but he's like a brother to me. Like we recognized each other the first moment we met, and that was on my birthday party live two birthdays ago. And he just happened to run across and saw that advertisement for my birthday and saw that it was lit up that I was live. So he hopped in. He's like, "Hey, my birthday was a couple of days ago. I think his is either the 24th or the 23rd. It's one of those 2 days." And then Psychic War Titan, also, what's his other name? Fuck. Oh my God, just left. His birthday's the 31st, but I can't for the life of me. Corey's is the 26th. Your husband, Corey? Stop. I just clapped my hands, by the way. Wow. Okay. And then my friend Tina, I don't know if she's still in the room or not, but she's also an Aries. She's an April 15th, I think. And then my best friend since 3 years old, her birthday's the 19th. So, can we tell what time of year our parents were brown chicken brown cowing?
Right. I never thought about it.
Bunch of pool and lake babies. Oh yeah, you go to the lake and you see somebody in a bikini, and the next thing you know, you pop out an Aries.
Right.
Mhm.
I know that's right.
You know how I know? Because that's how I got my son. He's March 19th. He's Aries Pisces cusp, technically Pisces, but your birthday's in July? Are you a Cancer? Or the other one? What's the other one after Cancer? Jet, I absolutely love Cancers. The love of my life was a Cancer.
Mm-hmm. My mom was a Cancer. Mm-hmm.
So my mom was a Capricorn.
Shout out to Mother Libra.
My dad was a Capricorn. So we probably
9 months after Christmas. Oh my God. Dude, no Cancer. What's the other one? What's the other one that's in July? Oh, yeah. Jet, you're a Leo. Do you know that you're my fire twin?
I love Leos.
We'll talk later. Oh, I love them, except that I do not ever want to date another one. Oh, you're a Cancer, Tweety? That makes sense. You've always been very Cancer energy. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no, I was married to 2 of them, and all of my relationships in my 20s and 30s were all Leos, and I swore them off. I love a Leo. I have a Leo rising, okay, in case you couldn't tell. Got so much Leo in me. What time of year your parents were brown chicken? Oh, if you're a Leo? Fuck, I'd have to count backwards. You're making me math. Okay, let's see. July. Okay, 9 months before that. June. Let's do it this way. All right, July, June, April, May, March, February. Oh, I fucking lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, Halloween! Oh, I bet your mama was wearing a sexy Halloween costume. When they got all that brown chicken brown cow, she probably had them fishnets on and them long boots. Hey, I'm gonna shut up now. I don't want to think about my parents' brown chicken brown cowing. I was guessing what time of year the Aries was conceived in Leo season. Maybe you might be right. Let's find out.
So summer.
I just know it's summer. That's all I know. Let's see. March 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. June. So it'd be the beginning of summer. When the June bugs are out and the fire pit's lit. They out at the lake with that barbecue and them bikinis, and next thing you know, bam, you got an Aries. All right, you going? Why are we doing?
Hey,
we totally went weird with this.
I gotta get going here. Thanks for having me again.
Okay.
All right, let me get.
But that's okay.
Hang on. You want to hear the third one? It's shorter. You want to hear the third one?
Yeah,
shorter?
I do want to hear it.
I'll say it real fast. Okay.
I do want to hear it.
Okay. You were just rushing me. You're right. I gotta get off too because I'm starving. And awesome. All right. So this one's called Sounds, and it was after writing this one that I finally felt better, and I was no longer in existential crisis mode. And I wrote it Monday at 5 a.m. When I'm alone, the only sounds are my darkest thoughts getting loud, a cry for help escaping my mouth, so silently it seemed to shout. I need a drink so I can drown the voices I can't figure out. My head is heavy without a crown, from cosmic info coming down, and the search for meaning so profound. Fulfilling the promises that I vowed, to lay the foundation on the ground where the seeds I planted are meant to sprout. But I keep failing to guide the crowd, and honestly, I have no clue how. I'm gonna free myself from this doubt. Can I build something tangible so I'm allowed to release the need to make anyone proud and accept that I'm worthy of being loved now, even if the answers haven't been found, and break free from the shackles keeping me bound, or let go of the pain I've been dragging around? That level of peace must truly astound. I gotta comedy it. I'm a fucking weirdo.
You're awesome.
You're awesome. There I go, deflecting. Stop it. Thank you very much. And come back for next week's fear episode. And we're going to talk about fear and control and how fear became your controller. This is how we start getting all of our
Me
controllers.
specifically.
Every one of us.
I know.
You heard I was a wild one? Where'd you ever hear that? I know. No, but seriously though, hey Christopher, the next few episodes, I can't reveal all of the future, but you do already know about fear is next, and then after that is trauma. After that, it's going to come back to a lot happier, but all of the things that we're doing over the next few episodes are specifically to align your entire self, not just your ego and your intuition, not just your 5 bodies, not just your psychic abilities and healing your mental or emotional baggage. All of the things that have broken you, separated you, or turned you against your own self. Because that's what alignment actually is. Aligning all of you with you, not aligning you with me, not aligning me with God or source or none of that. It was all the time we've had it wrong. Alignment is aligning all of you with you. And with that, I say adieu, but I'm going to let everybody say goodnight if y'all want to. You're welcome to unmute and say goodnight. And then I'm going to say goodbye.
Y'all.
Anybody?
Much love.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hello, as usual.
It's nice to meet some new people that I didn't know before.
Night, night, and much love to everybody.
Yeah, good night,
Yes,
everybody.
much love, y'all.
Love,
Night,
Take
night.
care.
Safe travels.
Good night, everybody. Lovely to see everybody tonight. Fantastic live, Meadow.
Oh yeah. Oh God. By the way, tomorrow, Poetry and Art Live. I don't know what time though. As soon
Here?
as I get my butt moving.
I love that. I
Right
thought
here in the
about
middle, we're
starting
gonna
to
do a
do a
Poetry and Art
poetry
Live
live because
tomorrow.
I've been going into poetry live so much, so I thought about doing a poetry night, like a regular one.
Dude, I need to start following you because I've been looking for poetry lives and I keep not finding them.
I can't either.
And ever
so I thought about
occasionally
just
I do, but
starting to do it.
I do know of one that I was probably going to dip out to here in a little bit after I get done settling Loki down.
Alien T
but
said
yeah, sometime
he's
tomorrow
gonna start doing his Sunday
afternoon-ish.
morning ones again.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Yeah. He said that in Brenda's live.
He just did a poetry live the other
y'all
night.
look out
they
for
went
that,
to.
okay?
You guys
did he?
both have
See,
very
I don't get
big
to go to his
eyes.
fucking lives anymore because of my
No.
job.
That's why I met you.
Stupid job. I know, but my stupid job keeping me from
you know
going
how
to my
much
friends'
my
lives.
job. You know how much my job threw me off. Like having to go back to work threw me off a lot. It set me back, way back.
Yes, I do, because experiencing it as well.
Yeah.
And dealing with I'm already an energy conduit, and now I'm not only conduiting all this toxic energy from this fucking town, but I'm getting inundated with it from customers and coworkers all day. Most of my
Protect
customers
yourself,
like
girlfriend.
me,
They
but it
love
doesn't
you.
do any good when they are screaming at you and cussing at you and calling you names and bullying you.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, but I'm way better.
Yeah,
I
I
am
get
way
it.
better at it than they are.
I like what I like to do with
I'm
that.
so much better at it.
I say I absorb it and I turn it into like 100 million joules of positivity. I just take all that negative and eat it. Like, yum, yum, yum.
I tried killing them with kindness when I first showed up. I tried to lead by example. I tried to give them the good side. I tried to give them Meadow. But they kept on. And now,
Keep on keeping on.
now they're getting fucking animosity. Now they're getting the sick one.
Now
they're
you
getting the
need
mad
to
scientist.
match energy.
I love that name.
Animosity.
Which one? That was my rock star stage name back in my 20s
Was
when I
what?
was in bands.
What was it?
That was my rock star stage. Oh, that's cute. It
My
was my
band's
rock
name
star
was the
stage name when I was in
DRWs.
bands back in my 20s.
I know that part, but I don't
What
know
was it?
what the name
The
was.
DRWs. It was short for the Dirty Road Horse.
Oh. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Annie, Annie, Mossity, Mossidy. It's a play on the word animosity, meaning searing hate for all things.
Yeah, I get it.
Gumption
And that's really
McQueen.
noisy in my ear. All right, guys. I love y'all. Y'all
Have
good
a great
night.
night.
And I'll probably pop back on and look for some poetry lives.
I stim on
afterwards,
shuffling, so
I'm gonna look for
I'm
you guys.
sorry.
Love ya.
It's like right by the speaker and right in my
Nice
ears.
to see y'all. Bye bye.
Bye.
Night, y'all. See y'all tomorrow, hopefully. See y'all tomorrow.
Absolutely.